Hey everyone. This week's Friday theme forum has been Embracing the Surprise. Uh, you wouldn't be surprised to learn that it was actually involving a sales conversation, but it was. And it reminded me of one of those early customers in my experience, and her name is Hope. And that's a true story. Her name is actually Hope. And she was one of those customers who would give us the truth, whether it was the good truth or the hard truth about what we could do better. And it's one of those conversations that many people in the sales or in the delivery process really never hear, because they either hear an objection they think they should overcome, or they just don't hear anything but good news. So they either feel they're just enduring the suffering when things don't go well, or things are great, so I'm going to close this deal and I'm going to move on. Hope was one of those people who taught me something about what it means not only to listen and learn from her about the good things and the bad things, the way we can improve, as well as what we're doing well. It also inspired me to share with people who I worked with, who may be new people in the company, or maybe those people who just don't know the rest of the story. And Hope is a customer who taught me a lot about the untold story of who we are as a company, what our legacy really meant in terms of our reputation within the market, as well as how we work together as a whole company, whether it's those new people who are looking for ways to make their mark, or those people who protect and represent the tradition of maybe a 25 or 70-year-old company. And Hope gave us the truth every week in our Friday forum reflection with her. And it reminded me of a conversation that I shared with a couple of founders who were really struggling to bring together their tradition. And one was all about the way they could increase sales and maybe expand opportunities. And the other was about protecting the salespeople and that nurturing kind of perspective. And it reminded me then when listening to their stories, what we found in that Friday forum reflection among the three of us was that it was really about gathering the untold story that both of them were hearing, but they were just hearing it differently. One was hearing it like, I want to go for what's next and expand this offer and elevate to a new value. And the other one was, let's not forget the people who are doing the work every day. And so in this conversation, the one thing I want to share that really came through this week in this Friday forum was bringing those stories together, whether your customer's name is Hope, and as a coincidence as it was for me, it was also a wonderful surprise, because what she shared with us was the kind of feedback that many people don't share. And it was just a matter of almost like listening to mom or dad who just want to give you the truth. And whether it's good or bad, you can take it for what it's worth. But most of all, take it as an impact to learn, not only for yourself, but to build this legacy forward in terms of how people can get involved, how they can improve, and most of all, how they can learn the rest of the story that other people don't learn and may never learn, because they're not sitting at the table with Hope. They're not on the phone with Hope in that Friday reflection. So gather that story, open up, ask some questions, not only endure the suffering, whether it's the sale you missed or the upsell you missed, or something that just didn't work out and how you delivered on expectations with Hope or anybody else. Listen to her. And if she offers you something you don't understand, ask another question and ask her to share more about it, and endure that suffering of whatever that feedback is, even if it isn't what you want to hear, because it's what you need to learn and it's what you need to share when you're building that legacy, especially if you're that founder who can sell better than anybody else. This is how you, more than create a standard operating procedure, you create real perspective. And it's kind of like sitting around the campfire sharing a story that's going to live on for a lot longer than you. So listen to Hope, listen to her story, and share that story. Share that story in meaningful ways with everybody, especially those people who don't understand the legacy. Thanks again. Talk to you soon.